Hi Julie, it's very nice to have you today. I'm Leini. I'm a senior majoring in mathematics and education.
Yeah, I'm Zane. I'm a senior majoring in music.
It's really nice to meet both of you. And yes, I'm Julie.
So how did it all begin for you? Did you know that this was gonna have that big of an impact when you initiated it? And why did you choose the places that you chose in the first place?
It's been nearly 20 years ago when I was in my church, St. David's Episcopal Church in Minnetonka, and I had a 1 and a 4-year-old son. And my husband and I had sort of tripped our way to church with these 2 very small children, and I was probably really tired. And I went down to have coffee, a cup of coffee after church. There was a woman sitting in the back of the room who I'd not recognized. So I'm a pretty friendly person, and I thought I'll just go sit with her. She told me her name was Mama Etta, and she was visiting Minnetonka, visiting family from Kenya. And she said to me, in the middle of all my garble of words, she said, "I would like you to come to Kenya to meet my people." My head said no right in that moment. I was tired again, but my heart said yes. And so my heart leaped in pretty quickly after that. And I found myself on a plane, a few months later to go meet her people. I could have just walked out of church that day and forgotten her. But because I listened to her and because I let my heart run with that, I've had this beautiful, rich vocation over in Kenya. So the Mama Etta Foundation sort of found me. I didn't find Kenya as much as it came to me.
Where do you see it going in the future? How can it grow?
We've partnered with the Anglican Diocese of Eldoret for many years, and they were a beautiful partner. But this last year, we have been working with our partners in Kenya. That advisory council that was in the diocese has now formed over this last year their own NGO. So when you ask where I see this going, one is that I'm going to be working with our partners over the next year who formed their own NGO to fund students, to fund farmers, for them to do their own fundraising over there, as well as be supported by our nonprofit here. Another initiative of where this is going is we're compiling a database with all our alums right now. So we're working on all the Kenyan alums, finding them, sort of like the St. Olaf Alum Office would do. We're going to work, we've given scholarships for 15 or so years, and we're going to be finding all these hundreds of young people and having them work, for the younger students to mentor.
How have some of those specific skills that you learned here been really useful for you in your career?
I've been a huge proponent of liberal arts education for a very long time because my English major, I feel like there could be no better major for what I've done. It taught me writing, and I tell you, people do want good writers in the world. It's not a skill that I would take for granted that everybody has. I feel like the challenges that we face at St. Olaf asks for excellence. And to my experience, it asked me to strive for what I could do. And that became really beautiful later in life when I felt like I had the strength to do what I needed to do, in part because I'd gone through classes like calculus that made me cry at the time, that didn't interest me, it made me cry. And it's only been in more recent years that I realized that got you across the ocean to Africa, and it helps you learn to walk because you were building muscles of something that we all need later in life because things do happen to us. I would assure students that what you're doing right now is developing muscles for things you're going to do later.